This is Johnny Dangers. We're live here on day 87 of sustained Black Lives Matter protests. Extremely dark tonight. We are marching somewhere. Just left the park about 5 minutes ago or so. Earlier today, the far right, under various groups and events, showed up outside the Justice Center. So tonight there's a big group. Very dark, like I said. So let me know where you're watching from. Day 87 of sustained protests here in Portland, Oregon. You know, they're chanting "No good cops in a racist system." And we are marching somewhere. We're in a different park than I've ever been to, so I'm unclear where we're going to. So if you want to check earlier today, Far Right came out. I have about a 2-hour live stream. There was an improvised explosive that was thrown near me and exploded. Was about 8-10 feet away. And a young man had burns on his arm and went to the hospital. Extremely dark. So thank you to the local organizers, Black Lives organizers and activists, sustaining this for 87 days. And to the local media who've been out here tirelessly day after day after all of the violence and tear gas and difficult conditions. So let me know where you're watching from if you have any questions about what happened earlier today. I have a pretty detailed description and rundown of events that happened with the improvised explosive I posted. And a photo. I talked to the guy afterwards. The crowd continues to chant "No good cops in a racist system," and you can hear "Black Lives Matter." It's past 9 o'clock local time. So we're under a little bit of a light here. So unclear, there's several different places the march could be going, not sure where it's going.
I guess we're still going.
So I'm gonna catch up here to unclear if the march is gonna be turning or continuing on. Looks like it's just spread out a little bit. Apologize for the darkness, it's just dark, so can't see much in person as well. A little bit of a sliver moon tonight. So you can see a street light. Yeah, very dark night. So earlier today, many far-right protesters, white supremacists, QAnon conspiracy theorists showed up outside the Justice Center. So there you go, you can see Black Lives Matter sign, shield. Here, Black Trans Lives Matter chant. I only see a couple press. I mean, it's very light. I think everybody was at the far right action protest today, and they're probably real tired, but I'm committed. I'm out here showing you what's happening as it happens. So, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting. So, committed, I'm pretty tired as well. It's a long day. Obviously very chaotic. But it's important to document what's going on. So we're waiting for the back of the march to catch up with the front of the march. It's dark, so I think it's hard for the back to see how spread out the front is. It's literally that dark. So for people that missed, earlier today, the far right was viciously beating people with baseball bats, batons, bear mace, pepper spray, paintball, just a disgusting display of violence and disregard for anybody's humanity at all. Hey! Somebody just joined out of their house and started marching with the group. So somebody just literally came out of their house and just started marching. And that does happen. Out of your homes and into the streets is a literal ask. And those people do join the marches. But a lot of the time they'll offer water or support. So this is a little bit lighter street, so maybe we can just get... There you go, you can at least see the little bit of light popping up. Not sure where we're marching, so we'll just have to wait and see. So the front's going real fast. I think some folks are definitely fatigued. I mean, there were some pitched battles. Some real, you know, they're punching your brother or sister to the side of you. You're spending some energy protecting them. So it makes sense that people are a little bit tired. So I'll have this feed up for the march, and then I'll bring the feed down, and then I will be back again.
Remember what I said at the park, we're here to protect each other, okay? All right, let's move, and let's move together.
And here, stay together, stay tight. These are kind of long, windy roads. It's super dark tonight. There's reports that there's riot fans nearby, that there's police staging. That's a normal thing that happens, so who knows, we'll just kind of take it in stride. We are in Portland, Oregon, day 87 of sustained Black Lives Matter protests. Earlier today, there was far-right events outside the Justice Center and heavy violence from them on the community and Black Lives Matter demonstrators. That live stream is up, about 2 hours plus. You want to view that. There was an improvised explosive that was thrown and looked like a grenade. It wasn't. Blew up about 10 feet from me. It badly burned a young man's arm. Possible other injuries to his arm. Unsure. He went to the hospital afterwards, but I talked to him and I was able to photograph. He had a piece of the shrapnel. It was about the size of a baseball, a little bit bigger. Lots of people got injured, lots of people got hurt. And the police put out a press release and they said it met the definition of a riot. But because of the protests, they didn't have the resources to respond. That's what they claimed. Utterly ridiculous, of course.
If you don't know where we are going, please wait for the group. March with us! 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 March with us!
So you can see this is a mutual aid van. Mutual. Yeah, that was one of the first things I thought of real time. Is when it exploded, the guy was going down to reach for it because the fireworks were exploding, other things. It was, obviously it didn't seem like initially. I figured it was a smoke bomb or something like that, but it wasn't, and he reached down for it, and then I think it exploded. I just reflexively remembered Standing Rock that night on the bridge. I was not there when that blew up on Sophia's arm, but I was there until an hour before, 2 hours before. I was there for a long time on the bridge that night, and I was back at camp. I basically never got any sleep that night. And that was one of the first things I thought of as well when that exploded. I was like, I just thought the guy had lost his hand or his arm. Couldn't hear for 10 or 15 minutes, like I said, and I was, he was right there. So I was able to talk to him afterwards. I had doubled back to that spot, and I had mentioned to somebody that something had blown up there. I was unsure what it was. And this guy, he goes, yeah, that was me. And he had his arm in a sling. He, described exactly what happened, how the medics helped him, and he had a piece of shrapnel. So it was obviously him. And, we couldn't tell the exact extent of his injuries there. And I really hope that he was able to get to the hospital quick and they were able to help him, whatever all was going on. So thanks for joining. Like I said, I'm going to stay up for the march, then I'm going to bring the feed down, and then I'm going to bring the feed back up. If you're new to my streams, I don't stay on for 3 or 4 hours. I just kind of, if something's going on, I'll stay on. If it's not, I'll go down. So So the group is just taking a break here, regrouping, and then they're going to continue marching to where we're going. I'm not really sure where we're going. Okay, march is up again. There you go. So I'll just stay here for a second because you can actually see a little bit. So thanks for joining, bearing with me. Incredibly dark. So you can see pretty big turnout. Good size march. Unclear how many people actually. It's so dark, it's hard to tell. So we'll see where we're going. So super dark, just kind of going in front of the march a little bit here. So people have a lot of energy after earlier today. Some people may not have been able to get out, or maybe I know some people, they came out later as things were wrapping up. So they may have been expecting a long night and then had to wait and then come out again. So we'll see what happens. I don't know where we're going or how far it is, but we've probably marched, several blocks already. So I'm in front of the march right now. Seem to be about to cross a highway up here, so. You can hear this, stay together, stay tight. So let me know where you're watching from. Like I said, I'll bring the stream down, bring it back up. If you want to hear the full story of what happened with the explosive, I posted a long version, just write my thoughts down right after it happened. Basically, it took a little bit to write them all down, but I did that, so that's up on Facebook, as well as pictures. I don't know if I posted the video, it's just a video of the piece of shrapnel he recovered of the explosive. So it looks the same, I just kind of turned it around. So we're crossing the highway now. This is more well lit, so we get a little bit more light here. So you can see heavy shield line and big group. So the group's going a little bit fast again. Okay, so the police have already breaking. The police are literally here right now. The police are on the other side of the bridge. This is incredible. So they said they don't have the resources to literally show up at a riot where the right wing is beating the shit out of people, and they are here already and nobody has gone anywhere. Wow, and there's police backup immediately. Literal riot earlier today in front of the police department, and they did not go out their doors. The feds in the courthouse and in the building that they came out of, outside the Justice Center, did not come out their doors until they left. Today, people didn't go anywhere. They're literally still marching, and they showed up. I mean, an explosive blew up 10 feet from me. Nobody was arrested today. This is disgusting. You can see big line of shields. So I'm gonna go up to the... Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit.
Anyone who is involved in criminal behavior, including directing projectiles at officers, is subject to citation or arrest.
Nobody's throwing anything because nobody was literally anywhere near. This is a completely illegal order. This is completely illegal.
May subject you to crowd control agents.
This is completely false. This is completely false. They claim they didn't have resources earlier today, and they're out here. They're claiming, look at this. They're claiming people are throwing things, and people are 300, 200 feet away. Look at that. They're 300, 250, 200 feet away from these officers. Just beyond ridiculous. I mean, Brett Favre could, Aaron Rodgers could maybe throw a football that far, but utterly absurd. And they just announced that the bridge is closed. They literally just randomly decided to close the bridge. They did not close a single street. A single street when an actual violent... I'm disgusted right now. I'm just appalled. That they literally refused. They set out a press statement. They set out a press statement that they refused because they didn't have the resources. And look at this. What is there? 20, 30 riot cops there, and they have backup behind them. Just unbelievable. I saw people get in the head, beat in the head with bats, batons, bear mace, pepper spray, and they didn't come out at all. And today, nobody has even marched to a location, and they are out already. And they lied, just blatantly lied, and said people are throwing things. There's nobody within 200 feet of them. Who are they? Who's throwing what? Nobody was even... Unbelievable.
Officers have observed people in the area of the Northeast 47th Avenue overpass throwing projectiles. Anyone who is involved in
all day,
including directing projectiles at officers,
all day, the far right was shooting paintballs at people.
47th Avenue overpass is closed. You may not proceed south on this roadway.
They're literally arbitrarily closing a road.
Control agents, including
Incredible. Incredible.
and/or impact weapons.
I'm gonna walk up to the cop line.
Are encouraged to leave the Northeast.
Share this out.
Now.
Just beyond incredible that they show up at all. Hours of the far right literally just beating the shit out of people, hitting them with shields. You can see an interview happening here. Incredible. I'm gonna go down, I'll be back up shortly. Pop back and check in 1 to 5 minutes.